lack of inspiration in that game. Not necessarily in the art, but certainly in terms of some of its systems, and just didn't quite come together. Now I will say a few of Funcom's other properties, particularly I hope you know about The Longest Journey and Dreamfall, and I believe now that has been continued on, not through Funcom, but through Red Thread Games, headed by Ragnar Tornquist, who was also a writer for The Secret World. And those are very much more in the vein of The Secret World, and kind of the rich storytelling elements. I had actually started a playthrough of Dreamfall chapters, but I've just been very preoccupied with things going on. But I do quite like kind of the return to Zoe Castillo and just kind of pursuing her story all over again. It's very interesting. Here we are now in Kingsmouth, just looking around on top of the police station. I'm actually kind of surprised that there are people fairly regularly still out and doing, quests and things like that. It's just, it always came off as a very niche title, and I guess the free-to-play aspect that they switched over to a while ago, certainly has been working for them. Yeah, definitely Kingsmouth is, it's kind of